Hey, it's Hannah. Hannah Baker. Don't adjust your whatever device you're hearing this on. It's me, live and in stereo. I was acting for my boss because she was on sick leave and become responsible for managing 3 teams. I had just been rated with exceptional performance at work. After a while, things got weird. One of my team members who was acting in my old role suddenly started having closed-door discussions with my acting directing boss. I'd walk in on crucial meetings to find out it had started 30 minutes earlier, or I'd get invited to a meeting only to discover it had already happened without me. Team members would turn their back on me or walk away from me when I approached. They would be too busy to answer reasonable questions about projects or just refuse to answer altogether. I repeatedly asked my acting boss to be relieved from the position, but was denied. The result was that I started suffering nausea, nightmares and shaking all the time. I'd wake up scared. My anxiety became so extreme, I couldn't physically walk into the building. My acting directing boss then locked me in a room and forced me to return to full-time work. After 3 months of stress leave, I finally took the issue up with HR, and there was such a positive outcome. She was there to support me and help me through this time. I was so happy and so grateful.
Bullying and harassment within the workplace involves victimizing, humiliating, undermining, or threatening a worker or group of workers. As the behavior of co-workers around Hannah affects her job role and lifestyle, this ultimately jeopardizes her health, well-being, and safety. It is important to resolve the issues of bullying and harassment, such as Hannah's within AMP Limited, as not only does Hannah have a more positive outlook upon her job role and work in an increasingly productive manner, but the benefits of eliminating bullying and harassment carries on to the organisation in multiple aspects, including faster completion of tasks with a higher standard of quality, positive organisational culture, and a lower rate of staff turnover. In contrast, if the issue of bullying is ignored, further down the track, this can lead to a lawsuit between AMP Limited and Hannah, a damage of AMP's reputation, thus resulting in a loss of customers, and a loss in the ability to retain and employ high-quality workers. Bullying and harassment can and will over time impair the direction of AMP Limited. However, actions surrounding various objectives are to be undertaken and completed in order to resolve the issue.
Hannah's issue could also be resolved by the immediate action of conducting bullying and harassment awareness training. The training will involve all employees within the workplace, allowing all staff members to voice their opinions in a mutual and safe environment. A professional third-party organisation that specialises in bullying and harassment training will be hired to undertake these sessions. These sessions will be held twice a month for 3 months, with the consideration of possibly adding more sessions or undertaking them more frequently if the third-party organisation thinks it will be of a benefit to the people involved and the AMP Limited company itself. Prior to the training sessions, the training company could also be informed of Hannah's situation so that the trainings could be specialised towards certain issues more than others. For the training to take place, a large space will need to be sourced for all employees to fit, and some risks involved could be the cancellation of the training organisation and the willingness of all employees to participate. To determine if the training sessions were a success, an anonymous survey will be taken by all employees. This, coupled with regular staff meetings to discuss feelings and any future issues, will help to eliminate any further problems and also, hopefully, help to put an end to Hannah's situation. At the end of the 3 months, Hannah may also be asked to undertake a specialised survey made available only for her to determine if her situation has been resolved.
Hannah's issue is able to be resolved by immediately setting guideline standards to all managers and employees, as well as introducing and updating all current bullying and harassment workplace policies. By implementing these strategies, all employees of the organisation will be made clearly aware of what is expected of them in a professional work environment. One of the actions that will be undertaken by the organisation to assist in Hannah's concerns is the discipline or termination of staff with a history of bullying and harassment in the workplace. The organisation will do this to set an example to all employees of the consequential outcomes of such intolerable behaviours. As the progress of implementing a positive corporate culture requires frequent monitoring, surveys will be issued by management and undertaken by employees with questions relating to the culture of the organisation, as well as employees providing feedback as to whether or not they believe such behaviours have increased or decreased since Hannah's concerns were raised. These surveys will be conducted every 4 weeks or more frequently if required. Hannah may also provide feedback on top of these surveys to determine if her concerns and issues have been resolved adequately.
Foremost and most basic is the act of awareness. Awareness of help, awareness of consequences, and awareness of the possible mental health issues that are caused by bullying. Health problems can arise from bullying, and thus there are guidelines and procedures in place that Hannah should become familiar with. Well-informed human resource managers or occupational health and safety representatives should carry out weekly meetings or training sessions as they serve the purpose of reminders of the health impacts of bullying and, of course, the intolerable nature of it in the workplace. Reporting bullying is the first step that someone, in this case Hannah, should take to ensure a positive outcome. Understandably, because she has been shunned by team members and forced to work by her acting direct boss, she may have felt intimidated or afraid of reporting it as she felt alone. The risk with the weekly meetings is that this may trigger more negative behaviour from colleagues as they think it is due to complaints against them. To overcome this, it is important to ensure that everyone understands that these weekly meetings are only a reminder to raise awareness and to encourage thought and discussion. As for the human resource manager, acting quickly on a report can seize the developments or further incidents that Hannah encounters. This can minimise the chances of further psychological damage and/or physical trauma. The risk is that the human resource manager may be friendly with some of those in the report. To resolve this, it is important to ensure that all reports are critically treated with impartiality, and thus the person dealing with the incident should not be involved and must be free from professional and personal bias.
In conclusion, to prevent bullying and harassment from occurring within AMP Limited, an employee such as Hannah should instantly not accept being bullied while conducting her job role. Training and awareness is the most appropriate response to be implemented to ensure employees in the future know how to react to such situations which are common in today's society, including being advised for whom to contact. For example, Workplace Health and Safety Authority and law staff for legal information. Thus employees know how to respond appropriately.